All right. We've got Ethiopians versus Maya. Now, what do you want to do as the Ethiopians here? Kind of awkward matchup because obviously Ethiopians likes to make archers, but Mayans have the cheaper archers. So, how can you turn faster firing archers into an advantage? It's sort of tricky. He's always going to have more than you. So, he will have more volleys or more arrows shooting even though you fire faster because he's just going to have more dudes. So, you could add siege. You probably still want to play crossbowman. You just need to have siege. If he has lots of dudes, then that's going to be more vulnerable to siege shots. So that should be pretty good. Yeah. And Mayans, they don't have bombards. They don't have good monks to convert. Yeah, you play towards some siege. Mangonels. If he goes his own mangonels, like, yeah, you need your own mangonels. You don't really have redemption monks either, but, you know, you can go for scorpions. Scorpions really good. Scorpions, they benefit from ballistics, and so do crossbowmen. So you go scorpions and crossbowmen. And they both get ballistics. It's really nice. So, yeah. Here we go. Incredulous Fox, thank you. One question. Didn't think of scorpions. Didn't realize that Maya is Mayans. Oh, you thought it was one of the 5 new civs? That's so funny. Ooh, that cannot happen. It happened to me last game too, and I still won though, so don't lose hope. Oh my god, it almost happened again though. You get Mayan with the tone to convert an enemy monk with redemption is possible to convert the stale. Nah, it doesn't work like that. Alright. So we are behind. But let's see. Big fan of the Loseville to Boar build order. Yeah. So true. You were just copying me. Ay. Okay. So what's going to be our plan here? Let's just take a look. A little bit late on making the racks here. We're floating so much res. I guess you're just going to go straight archers. You could have gone men-at-arms, though. You could have been the one with men-at-arms here, too. Honestly, these days, men-at-arms is just good. Oof. You probably could have fought those. You would have had to have good micro not to lose a bill, but it's just 2. Where's your scout, actually? Scout is chilling. What did he scout? Oh, boy. You haven't scouted him in forever. Opponent's going to be full walled, and you think he's open. That's a disaster. Your scout has obviously just been chilling here for like 5 minutes. Maybe not 5 minutes, but for a while. All right. So, good trap. Good trap. Yeah, his guys are going to die. Oh, she's getting in on the action from the other side of the wall. Nice. All right. Good cleanup. Opponent idled for over a vill, so you losing a vill, actually, now you're just in the same position. But guess what? You think he's open because you scouted that he was open like 7 minutes ago, and you just didn't confirm now, and now you're going to go all in two-range archers because you think he's open and he's just closed. Disaster scouting. Disaster. I tell you what. Disaster. Basically, this range, you're able to make more military now, but that's at the cost of making your farms. So your castle age timing is going to be disaster. Your castle age timing is not going to exist. Also, the fact that you lost a big battle there was really bad, because now he's always just going to snowball. You pretty much have to add skirms now, because you're behind in the archer count. Unless he just potatoes his micro hard, he's always going to have more than you. Wait, he's just not producing. Wait, you're not producing either. All right, so opponent's just not producing units forever, so actually you caught back up in units. Both players idling the TC like crazy. Okay. Dude, don't get close when he has more than you. What are you doing? I mean, it didn't even really work out. It kind of worked out, but if you count his units, like, okay. If you're like, okay, he has 8 guys, I also have 8 guys, it's a neutral battle. And he also has the eagle. If you get close, he's just going to get free hits on the way in. If it's 8 versus 8, you have to keep your distance. You don't want to get close here. You only do that when you're ahead in the battle. I guess you can say Ethiopians have faster attack speed, so maybe it's okay, but it's not really. Not in these lower numbers. You ended up cleaning them up, but still, you could have taken a much better fight if you just chilled and didn't try and force the engage so hard. Wait for your reinforcements. Now the opponent's going to be up to castle age. You're nowhere near to castle age because, I don't know, just 2 ranges was pretty expensive. Although the opponent did have 2 ranges as well. But I think he got his farms down a bit earlier, so... Yep. Double layer walled. You're never doing anything here. Lack of scouting is really hurting. Because, like, this scout should have scouted his perimeter multiple times so that you know where his weak points are. If he has no weak points, then we can't really attack anyways. Being here was insane. Wait, why did you micro to the bottom of the hill? What? You're doing a great job here microing, and then you just randomly micro to the bottom of the hill here and let him take the high ground. I mean, you ended up still winning the fight, but still, you always want to be camping the high ground. No, don't let him take the hill like that. The fact that he just threw his tech advantage was amazing for you, by the way. He has, like, he went to castle age to hit crossbow timing, and he just lost to feudal archers because he tried to force the fight on the hill, like, uphill. Opponent needed to sneak around. If he snuck around to your gold, you're actually cooked. You would be dead. But now you're up so late that you probably want to be siege pushing. If you add 3 TC, you're going to lose the game because he's already 3 TC booming forever. Thumb ring, what does that do? Thumb ring's pretty expensive. And what does it do? Not really anything for you here. Way better to get something useful like ballistics. Oh, adding TC's late? Yeah, we're already dead. You needed to be siege pushing. Honestly, siege push coming from this direction and the opponent's dead. One problem with the opponent is that he doesn't have any wood, really. Like, he has wood, but you can range the wood with your crossbowman. I mean, wait. How is the opponent... Oh, okay, opponent actually just didn't click the villager creation button for, like, 13 minutes this game. So that's why you're able to keep up in the villager count. Okay, that shouldn't be possible. He was on 3 TCs. He should be like 120 vills right now. Maybe not that many, but he should be way ahead. And he's just not clicking the create villager button, which is why he's... Okay, you're actually going to win this game. Because he just is kind of failing villager production. Pulling all this res. You're, for the most part, keeping villager production. All right, yeah, you just go for this, and then you go imp. Where's your buildings, though? You don't have buildings to go up. Yeah, oh, yeah, you should have just made a siege workshop. Now you click up. Yeah, actually, opponent's dead. He just didn't keep the villagers producing. And keeps losing every single battle. Always rely on opponent to carry. Yeah. Just relying on the opponent throwing is not very reliable. Traps instantly. That's what we like to see. Chemistry instantly as Ethiopians. Beautiful. Nice. Bracer, Arblister. This is making a lot of sense here. Your strategy makes a lot of sense. Here we go. You're micro-nerding too hard, though. Literally just count his guys. If he has more than you, stop. Just stop. Run back to a hill. There we go. See, look. He was trying to micro-nerd. He lost the fight so hard, and he wasted all of his attention there for like 30 seconds. All right, yeah, and bombards will just clean it up. So yeah, this game is over. Opponent just didn't keep the TC running under all the pressure, and then just lost every fight as well. So, well, not actually, I mean, yeah, he kind of did lose every fight. Even though your micro was sometimes questionable, you still ended up winning most of the fights. All right. Good gameplay. Trying to zone his archers so he didn't take out the BBC. Yeah. Well, your castle's here, too. You always just run these back to the castle. If his trebs are shooting your castle, you can always just go here and shoot his guys and then just fall back to the castle easily. The elo, you should expect enemy to throw somehow. It's going to happen. Yeah. Well, some players are just really bad at reacting to aggression. The moment that you went forward and put some real pressure on him, he just kind of, his brain shut off and he stopped making villagers and he was just kind of dying. So, yeah, good job in this one. Nice. I would say that your early game scouting is probably, if there's one thing to take away from this, is you need to scout your opponent more early.